This is Made for More Living with Johnny Jennings, powered by eXp Realty. Online at madeformoreliving.com.
Earlier, we were talking with Phil Stringer. He's an AI guru about artificial intelligence and why it's good for the client and how the client can interview agents and make sure that their agent is up to date and with the times and fully leveraging artificial intelligence. But Phil, what are some ways that realtors can make money using artificial intelligence? Let's take it from the agent's perspective now. What are some tools? How can it save them time? How can it save them money?
Yeah, so there's a lot of ways, several ways. The lowest hanging fruit is going to be with marketing, right? So creating social media content, creating ads, right? Those are the easiest things to do with AI. So for an example, you could take a video on your phone, and you could load it into a tool called Opus. It's Opus Pro, right? Yep. Opus.pro.
That's what we use for this show, actually.
Perfect. There you go. So you throw in the video. It automatically edits the content to become short-form content. So it'll crop it, add the captions, add automatic B-roll if you want it there, and it will create you an entire Instagram reel, TikTok, whatnot. The power in Opus is it doesn't just throw something together. It uses what's called AI curation, takes the transcription of the video to understand what you're talking about in the video.
Yep.
And then it says, okay, based on this video, I understand what you're talking about. This portion right here is the most shocking hook, so we're going to put it at the beginning, and then we're going to pair that with relevant highlights to create one short form piece. And it gives you several different options to pick from. So,
and it ranks them too.
And it ranks them based on a perceived virality score of what it thinks it could go viral. And so that's very helpful for a real estate agent because you're now getting into the short form video game, which we know we have to do, but we avoid like the plague.
Exactly.
You know, it makes it easier. It's going to reduce that, the barrier of entry.
Correct.
Right, to get in. So marketing, huge. Social media content, huge. It will, it can write you Facebook statuses, of course, Twitter posts, whatnot. Blogs are huge for SEO. And one hack that I like to give people with the whole blog thing is when you do a search on Google, let's say, top tips for moving to Sacramento, right? Mm-hmm. You pick your city. When you do that, there's something that says people also ask. And you know how you have like four or five different results every time? Little drop downs.
Yeah.
When you expand one of the drop downs and you close it, I don't know if you've ever noticed it, but it will add a couple. So if I expand it and I close it, there were 5, now there's 8.
Yep.
If I expand it again and close it, now there's 12. If I expand it again and close it, now there's 15.
Yep.
So you do that a few times and then you end up with, 12 to 15 of the top most related questions to your main topic that you search for. You copy those, literally just copy and paste. Yep. Paste it into ChatGPT and you say, hey, I'm writing a blog about, the top tips before moving to Sacramento. Make sure to answer these questions in my blog. You're answering the top 15 related questions to that main topic in your blog for SEO, right? So you're getting more people, more traction. But I think one of the best ways to generate leads would be, for an example, there's a tool called Designer, and it's spelled weird. It's DESIGNRR, but it.
Hey, I grew up in Kalinga. That's how we spell Designer. Yeah.
But you take any content. It could be a blog. It could be a podcast. It could be a video. You throw that in to Designer, and it creates an ebook about the contents of what you've just put in. So now you have an ebook that's designed for you about. Here's the top tips before you move to Sacramento.
Yeah.
You offer that to your audience and you say, okay, give us your name, email, phone, and then you give it free. Well, the people who are wanting that content, you're getting their contact information,
yep.
Right? So you're generating leads for people who want to know what are the top tips before moving to Sacramento. They probably need to move to Sacramento at some point or they know someone who does.
Exactly. Got it. So Designer, Opus, and then I think you also speak of something called, is it Descript?
Descript. I love Descript.
So what's the difference between Descript and Opus?
So Descript, you drag in a video and you have your video on the right-hand side, but then it transcribes the entire video on the left-hand side. So you have the text on the left-hand side. And with Descript, you can literally just act like it's a notepad or a Word doc, you delete a word and it edits the video to remove the word or a sentence, right? So it makes it very easy to edit video because you just edit the text. It's insane. Like for podcasts, it will save you so much time.
How does the end product look though? Is it jerky?
No, it looks amazing.
Wow, that's incredible.
It looks amazing. And then there's a one-click button to remove all filler words. Every gone in one click.
Oh my gosh.
And then on top of that, there's a button to remove the word gaps, the silence between word gaps. So if you're wanting short form content that's super punchy and you don't want the silence, boom, all of the word gaps are gone in one click.
Okay. Yeah. So what we should probably do here on the show is we should put everything in Descript, clean it up a little bit, and then put it into Opus to get the short form.
That would be a fantastic way to use both of the tools.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's just basically the essence of what viral TikTok videos, Instagram videos. I mean, that's been going on for it seems like almost a decade now, where everybody's trying to make their videos short, concise, and you see a lot of choppy editing, take this out, take this out.
Yeah.
And so they've basically just automated that and streamlined it to make it as simple as possible. So obviously it's got great purposes and just, regular everyday teenagers, basically high schoolers using it for social media, but you can also use it obviously for business and commercial purposes.
Yeah. And what's crazy too is the cost. Like it's very affordable. Like how much is Descript?
Descript is, I think, $30 a month. Now these prices change all the time.
Disclaimer.
Disclaimer. I believe it's $30 a month right now.
Okay. Descript, $30 a month. Opus is like,
Opus is nothing, man. It's like 12 or 19, it's nothing. Yeah.
So there, and then, but then there's ChatGPT, the free version, and then the paid for version.
Yeah.
Do you recommend people using the paid for version if they're real estate agents?
I do. I think it's $20 a month for the paid version of ChatGPT. It gives you access to a couple paid models. So 3.5 is the free version. And you can do a lot of damage with the free version, don't get me wrong. But if you really want to up your game, you pay $20 a month. You get access to GPT-4 and GPT-4o, which is the new one. And in those models, you're able to upload files. And it gives you much better, a longer context window, which means you can put more in and you can receive more out.
Oh, man, that flywheel's accelerating.
Exactly, right? So it gives you much more functionality, but it also gives you better, more human-like responses too. So it's more human-like comprehension.
So if you put in a file, does it have to be a certain format, like Word, PDF?
No, you can throw in, they support multiple file types. You can throw in an audio file. You can throw in a text file, a PDF, and it will analyze those documents. So think for a second, if you're a real estate agent, you upload a market report, and then you have it either create content for you, write a blog, or even ask questions about the market report. It analyzes the market report that you've uploaded, and then it creates content from the data in the market report.
Wow, man. Things we use it for right now include writing blogs. We do that. Writing listing descriptions. We do that. And then also responding to 5-star reviews. We're the #1 Google reviewed team in the area, so we have constantly 5-star reviews coming in. So you're trying to come up, instead of taking 5 to 10 minutes out of your day to try to come up with a respectful way to respond, you can just copy and paste that review in, and you get a response. And I like using it too for responding to maybe agents who are not being the nicest on email or text. This is what I feel, but what should I say?
I've saved a few deals by doing that, I think.
Really?
Yeah, because it responds way better than I would have.
Because we forgot to cover that. That's really true. So you're not just an AI guru. You mind just sharing us a little bit about your background and how you got into this crazy business?
Yeah, absolutely. So initially, I was in the sales game. I was working for GE, General Electric. And
is that company still around?
Yeah.
They're not in the top 3.
They're not in the top 3, no. I was doing sales for GE. Ended up becoming chief operating officer of a mega team real estate brokerage in North Carolina. And that's where the whole AI thing started for real estate, because I started building systems for our team and whatnot. And that's why I understand the real estate game. I'm not just an AI guy who is hoping to help real estate agents. I know what you guys deal with, right? And so we crafted all of this based on real estate specifically.
Got it. And so if somebody wants to reach out to you or learn how to use AI in their business, what's the best way to contact you?
Yeah, I would say definitely Instagram, @PhilStringer, PhilStringer.
All these different tools that you're talking about, I know some listeners have probably missed it or didn't write it down. Is there a way that we can post some of those links or a way for folks to access
Yeah.
those tools?
Absolutely. I actually have a PDF I can give you guys if you want to give it to everyone.
Yeah.
I've got the top 10 tools for real estate agents with hyperlinks. They can just click straight through the tool. And then I've also got 10 prompts that they can just copy and paste. They don't have to think about it. Copy, paste into ChatGPT. It'll change the game.
So what are some of those 10 prompts?
Yeah, so like one of the ones that I think is the most important is training ChatGPT on your business and your target audience and your customers before you create any content. So it basically says, hey, you're going to be generating content for me in future prompts, but before you generate content for me, I want you to fully understand my business, my target audience, my market, my price point, everything. And you know what you don't know, and you know what you need to know in order to give me the very best content. So ask me the top 25 things you need to know to give me the best content. It interviews you. You just answer the questions, and now everything after that, it gives you content based on your business, not just some random generic junk.
Wow.
You're programming your assistant.
100%.
That is just incredible.
So what's the best way to get a copy of that PDF?
So AItoolspdf.com, there's a download. AITOOLS.
Johnny, I'm sure you could send it out if somebody calls or texts you, right?
Yeah. Just reach out to us, 530-GET-MORE, 530-GET-MORE. You can Google us, madeformorerealty.com, and we'll make sure we get you connected with Phil. This is not like a recruiting thing. This is a value add thing, Phil, which you're big on, Phil. You will give away a lot of stuff for free.
One of the things, I think one of the main things that changed my entire business was I heard Alex Hormozy. He said,
You look like Alex.
Dude, I'm not
you're built like
nearly
him.
as buff.
Yeah.
I have a face for radio. No, I'm kidding. He said, give more away for free than other people charge for. And I said, you know what? That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to give more away for free than other people charge for. And that's what we've done.
Awesome. Well, thanks so much for being on the show. Back after this.
Okay, Matt, so I have some friends who are in the middle of buying a new house, and we were talking about it over the weekend. They had so many questions to ask, and apparently their realtor didn't have the best answers, and they were kind of wondering. And I was just thinking to myself, I was like,
That's what happens when you use a friend.
exactly,
You know?
right? I was like, you need to talk to Johnny Jennings because he is the smartest realtor I know. He sells houses all the time. He'd be able to answer all of those questions.
Yeah, absolutely. Not only that, they sell homes 27% faster than everyone else, and on average 3% higher. So reach out to Johnny Jennings and the Tom Daves team with Made for More Realty. Find out what kind of offers you would get on your home or how much you could get if you wanted a cash offer today, no matter what kind of condition your home is in. In fact, they guarantee to sell your home at a price and a timeline you agree to, or they'll buy it themselves. There's a reason why they have so many 5-star Google reviews. So get more for your home. Reach out to Johnny Jennings and the Tom Daves team with Made for More Realty, brokered by EXP. Just Google Made for More Realty today. License number 581837.